Hello everyone, and I hope you all had a good weekend. It's Mark B here from Outcasts. It is Sunday the 4th of September. I'm recording this on a weekend now just because I'm on a slightly different time zone, but the market is so volatile on Fridays at the moment that it's easier to wait till it closes and then just record it over the weekend, because really these are to help people set up for into next week. So members will be getting this today, Sunday, ready for the week ahead. We'll upload it later in the week for general viewing on YouTube. So a couple of admin-y things first. So our discounted time period for our Discord access and Teachable access has ended, end of August. Everyone's had lots of time to get in on that. So if you've missed it, tough. We might do another one at some point soon. But yeah, for now that offer has ended. So just in case you want to join, which I'd highly recommend, this is our website on Outcasts, so outcast-trading.teachable.com. All our courses are Teachable based, and we're continuing to add to those all the time. And then in the link below in the YouTube comments, you'll see the Discord access, how to get into Discord. It's free. There is a members section, which is where we post trade setups and give interactive trading advice to people quite regularly. It's a very personal service. We're here to kind of to develop people. It's not a case of once you're paid you're on your own. It's we want to see people succeed. So yeah, very interactive, and we feel that if at minimum we're saving you from bad trades, and at best we're turning people into profitable traders, then we're doing what we set out to do. So yeah, please come and join us, and if nothing else, just please click the link, the like button, whichever, and share it, because we do put a lot of effort into these videos, so it'd be much appreciated if you'd share them. So yeah, that's our Discord and Outcast Trading Teachable page covered. So let's get into it. So last week, if you remember, we highlighted some of the kind of key economic events heading towards the end of the week, Thursday, Friday. If I remember rightly, Thursday wasn't particularly volatile, but Friday was certainly interesting. That was job news, employment news or unemployment news, can't remember which. But what we saw was interesting. So Friday, pre-New York, the market all moved up, and then when everyone got too excited, it sold off pretty quickly into a bit of a bad Friday close. Now we post the kind of week ahead warnings in the Discord because they are quite significant at the moment. Didn't used to be an issue, but obviously where things are quite sensitive now, it's worth taking note of these. So few events this week. Monday, tomorrow is Labor Day, so I believe no trading for US markets. We have some high impact events on the 6th, 7th and 8th, and I think the one to be particularly aware of is Fed Powell's speech on the 8th. So that's when he normally kind of gives an indication of their view on the economy and what they're going to do interest rate wise and this kind of stuff. So yeah, we can't use those to predict anything, but they are useful to know to not be in a trade. I think it's the key thing at the moment, or wait and be on the other side of the trade. Okay, so that covers the news, and let's get into the charts. Let me just adjust that. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Okay, so we'll start with S&P. We're going to make it quite quick this week. Now what we've seen is a downtrend recently. So we hit our, if you remember this fib pull we had a few weeks ago, we rejected off this swing failure pattern off the 618 region, which we covered in previous videos, so no real surprise that it's pulling back from here. But we've got some interesting stuff to look at now. Just look at the usual. Just looking at the RSI. The RSI has made a high there, and the price has made a low high. So that's some. Let's just double check that again. Yeah, slightly high. So there is another driver bed if present there, but you can kind of say that's played out. It's quite a big move down there. Stochastics are up, but they're going to close cross down below 40.66. So that's let's see how that goes into next week. Kind of not really giving us much interest there. Only really interested in those at the critical regions. But if we look at price, we've got some interesting things to look at, I think. So I think a lot of people are going to be they're going to be bearish on this move down on Friday, and we'll look at the daily in a minute. But I look at this through a different lens, and I'm seeing some interesting things. So first thing, we've got our volume profile pull with a decent active range there from back in October 20. Obviously this is a weekly chart, so a lot of data there, but our value area low is coming in at this level here, which is 38.90, and so that's one thing to take note. There's also a big volume node in here, so that's another thing to take note of. I think it's probably the second, just about second highest volume node we've got there, other than the point of control, which will become relevant in a moment. Let's just zoom in a little bit on that. Okay, so that's two things: value area low, volume node, and now we have a third thing. So if we pull our fib, which we've looked at previous weeks, from the most recent low to our rejected 618 region up here, what do we have? We have a golden pocket at 3900 to 38.73. So that's three things now. I think it's three. Can't count. Maybe four. Whatever. And what I've also noticed is I rarely use anchored VWAP, and it was just total chance that I've switched this on. So if we this is the Corona low, so that's where I've just anchored it down there and just see where it landed, and it's right in right exactly where price is. So let's zoom in. Zoom in a bit more. Now, as I say, a lot of people are going to be scared here. I've actually taken a long. You can all laugh at me if it goes wrong, but I had a plan to take a position here and a plan to take the position lower, and then manage risk below this level here. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. That's trading. We play probabilities and we move on. So no guarantees, but we have called a number of really good levels on S&P and gold and oil. So I'm quite interested in this one, because when you get several levels of confluence in one area, I've got to take it. It might look bearish the way it's come down, but is it ever bearish to take a golden pocket trade? If you take it on its own, maybe, but when you got so many other things lining up with it, that to me, I've got to take it. So yeah, if it crashes through, move on, next trade. But I'm taking this one now. When the market's open, there is a chance I think it could come down a bit further. I was surprised it actually bounced right on the 618, but that's what it's given us so far. Okay, so that is what I'm looking at very quickly on S&P, and we're not going to cover Nasdaq this week because I just want to keep it simple. The only other thing to note is if we pull a fib from here down to here, what do we see? We see a 618 right back up at the level where it previously rejected from. So I do kind of like that. That's a level to look at. Now let's just have a look on the daily and see if there's anything interesting. Not especially. RSI's not really into any kind of bouncy zones there in the 39.77 for stocks to cross up. So we're away away from that at the moment. But yeah, you can see that fib pull from there. Sorry, from where was it? Yeah, from here back down to here. Rejected from this area. This is a second fib pull from here to here, and yeah, that's the areas I'm looking at. Let's just see if there's anything else to think about here. Sorry, that fib pull earlier. I need to correct myself there on where I'm looking for. Yeah. All right. Let's just remove these. Okay, sorry, what I'm actually looking for. Right, so let's pull this one here. So if for example it does come down to this 618 or 66 and bounces, that's the trade I'm looking for. Apologies for that. And what do you know? We get right into this volume node, just slightly higher. So yeah, that's my trade setup there, looking for a bounce up to this level here. That's kind of all I'm interested in taking that to. I think we'll take another look at it nearer the time, because on the weekly, it's really all about whether this is going to make a higher low here. So yeah, we've got high, low, high, lower high, made a higher high. Is it going to make a higher low now? So this region is really key for me. If we get a bounce, I'll get my take profit up here. If it gets above this volume node, that would be a real, if we start getting closures above there, particularly on a weekly, that's going to look really good. If it gets closes above this this pivot here, just below this daily level, that's going to look like an uptrend then. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm fairly neutral on it. Everyone's super bearish at the moment. It's interest rates, it's September, which is normally a bad month, and all this other stuff. I'm just playing the levels as I see them. All right, probably went on a bit too much there, but there we go. And well, let's have a look at oil. So weekly, yeah, stock's not doing much. Momentum is down. We've hit this 618 level a number of times now on the weekly. So I actually did take this again. We'll look at the daily in a minute. I was fairly bullish on oil last week, and for good reason. As we covered, it had broken lots of different levels, but it ultimately got rejected back down. So I did take this again. I don't normally take 618 trades multiple times, but there's more than just the 618 here. There's clear support, and I'll play support until it breaks. If it does break down, this level here is of interest. This weekly swing at 85. If not, we've got quite a big volume node coming in down here. So if it loses this level, it'll be pretty bearish, but I have taken a position here looking to play back up to this newly created weekly level. Okay, and if we look at the daily, yeah, we can see in a bit more detail. Nothing's ever random. You know, I think if you weren't maybe following these videos, you would wonder why that's rejected here. Clear volume node there is the reason for me. But it was, oil was looking pretty good, that we had a downtrend line diagonal down here. There was EMAs, lots of things that it broken through, but ultimately when it rejected and dropped back through, that's not particularly bullish anymore. Again, we can see that 618 level here, so I've taken that to try along again. It comes back up here, then we can look for short positions. Okay, so oil, I've moved back to being a bit more bearish on, I guess, but trying to play a counter trade long here. Other than that, no real new levels of note. There's lots of daily levels down here, but I think the only one I'd really be interested in is that weekly swing that we spoke about. Okay, so yeah, let's just see how oil plays out. Let's just check again on the weeklies for anything. Yeah, that's the weekly's a better picture for the levels. The daily's a bit cluttered. So yeah, if it starts to climb above this level, then great. It can carry on up. Otherwise, bounce levels off here. If it breaks down further, it will enter this old range, and we've got a point of control to play from there. Okay, so that's it for oil. Let's have a look at gold. Okay. Zoom in. Okay, weekly again, not really telling us much on stochastics. No bearish divergence present. Now gold, look at Dixie in a minute, but gold had a bit of a tough week. The price has come back down over the last few weeks. Remember, we covered this level here in previous videos. There was a few things going on there, and it's never really, let's just take this off, it's never really recovered from that rejection since. It's been pretty bearish. It's come back down to this 618, this old 618 region, or heading back down towards that 618 region again, which is key support. So you know, if it breaks that, it's gonna come back down into this old range. I actually tried to, for some reason it's not letting me. I tried to pull a volume pull for this range because I wanted to see what was going on in here. But there's a chance if it breaks down into this area, it's going to fill out this region, because I suspect there's a bit of a volume hole in this region, and there's a bit more going on down there. So I think that's really it for the weekly. Let's just zoom in a bit better, because it's a bit cluttered, my chart here. So this lower time frame volume range, there is a value area low coming down here, but I'm not too interested in that. We've got a weekly level down here. Let's just remove that. And it has regained that. So that was the wick down to the 618 again. So let's have a look at the daily now. Okay, and I can show you the trade I'm in from here. So I did take this trade again. I took this one, if you remember, played it up to here, made, I think I took 3 trades out of this one, and I have taken this one here. Now my plan is pretty simple. I'm going to trade it up to the 618, see the fib pull from here down to here, and we've got a nice volume node in this lower time range region into the 618, and I will be looking at the reaction for short continuation down there. So that's the trade setup for gold. Okay, try and whiz through this. I was going to look at Microsoft because we had a trade idea on this one, which is looking like a fail. So I call a spade a spade. If trade setup doesn't work out, I will be open about it. Now, what we looked at on this one was a 618 long in this region, so I have taken that one and I'm managing just below the monthly, so I'm still in that trade. It's slightly underwater obviously, but we'll see if it gets a bounce or if we get stopped out. That's life. And what else are we going to look at? Just have a quick look at the dollar index, and we'll go to the weekly. So again, this is still in moon mode, so if you're betting against this at the moment, good luck. It's completely inverse to gold, hence that trader just mentioned I'm only looking for a bounce play. This is looking like it wants to continue up. We do still have bearish divergence on the weekly, but that yeah, even last time that didn't result in much of a pullback. It was only to the weekly level below it. So that is looking like continuation. So that's going to be pressure on any kind of dollar forex pairs, anything like gold, even the main stock market is going to be struggling against that. Okay, so yeah, just a quick update this week. It's a short trading week because of Monday and news events on Friday to kind of, I would stay out of trouble and avoid trading anywhere near New York open time. All right, that's all. Only other thing I wanted to say was anything that I cover here or that we cover is 100% our own trade ideas. We don't follow anyone else. We've all been doing this long enough that we know how to look at a chart. You might see other YouTubers that will come up with some similar things, but it's purely by chance. I do not take any trade information from anywhere else. Okay, so yeah, if you could remember to click the like, that would be a real big help for us. And I hope you have a good trading week. Any questions, just ask in the Discord. But hopefully those setups are useful to you. Okay, thanks very much, everyone.